sell your home, even if you do not list with us. Onward Sales Chattanooga Homes.
Get immediate storm alerts. Download the Local 3 Weather app now.
Okay, so just so you can know, we mean what we say around here. We talk all the time about being a family here on 3+U and how we love our guests, including Rebecca Latham with the House of Color. So happy for us this morning. She's here and she's brought part of her family for us to get to meet. This is Scarlett, who's 9, Finn, who's 4, and we are talking hats
today. We
are
talking hats, yeah. So, you know, as it gets warmer and we start to think about sun protection more, spend longer days outside, hats are always a good idea, right?
Yeah.
But with hats, you have to think about several things. It's not, well, for most of us, it's not just grab and go. And so I talk about with hats, you want them to be your BFF. But because of that, you want them to be balanced, you want them to also have function, and then fashion.
Okay, so I can detest, I'm a hat person. I love hats. I'm not a baseball hat person. But I have one. And I understand now why people say, oh, I can't lose my favorite hat. Because this one particular baseball hat works for me.
Yep.
But most of them don't.
Yeah,
why?
So it's a little bit of a function of balance. So when we talk about body shapes and dressing your body, we actually want to see a lot of mirroring with clothing. But with hats, what we want to see is balance. So for example, I have a very square face. I don't have a lot of rise over run, like to go back to math, right? And so if I put on a trucker hat, which is also very square, it just looks awful. It looks dumpy.
I see, because it's there's no width. And
there's nothing to balance out my face. Thanks, Scarlett. She can see it too. But if I put on, I call this the Carmen Sandiego hat, and these hats are all from North Star Boutique. But because I've got more width here and height, it's balancing me out a little bit better.
Okay, so can I try on me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll try. Which one do you think is going to be horrible? You think, since I don't do baseball hats, like, do you think?
Let's try the baseball hat. You have a very oval face shape, so your face is going to be a little bit more balanced than others.
Okay.
Try that on.
This is a double whammy because black is not my color either.
So what's happening here is because it basically has only height, it's just adding to the length of your face, right?
Okay.
So your face is getting really, really long.
Okay.
But if we add something that has a little bit more width, like a cowboy hat, that's giving a little more balance, right?
Okay.
Because it's giving you some width this way instead of just length.
And these are all at North Star.
These are all at North Star.
Okay, now what about color?
Well,
because Scarlett brought the color.
Yeah, Scarlett, you want to put on your hat? Color always is a fun way to add. You don't have a hat. Okay, let's get Finn a hat. You want this one?
Yes.
Okay, you get the baseball. Color can be a great way to make the hat interesting, right? And it's going right by your face, so of course as a color analyst I would say you'd want your hat to be in your best colors. But I love, that's a way to make an outfit look elevated and different. With color, what you have to be careful of, that's where function starts to come in with your hat. So for example, we're going to Disney in July and it's going to be quite hot. And so as cute as this black hat is, it would just attract all the sun and cause Finn's head to get really, really hot. So when you're in a hot environment, really be careful of the darker colors. They actually will absorb heat and make you hotter.
Okay, what about age appropriateness? Because I like, when I was younger, I loved a big hat. And I have a couple that are still, Scarlett likes them too. You like a big hat?
Yes.
But you're young, so you can pull it off. Is it something where you reach a certain point, should you maybe not go so flamboyant with the hat?
I mean, consider your source, who you ask.
Well, this is true.
I would say, I think that's where fashion comes in, right? So I think really more than age appropriateness, it would be what fashion feels good to you. So like we talk in the style analysis, where we want your personality to match what you're wearing. So for you, I probably wouldn't do an oversized large-scale hat, but for Scarlett and I, we have pretty gregarious large-scale personalities. We can pull it off. You'll probably feel more comfortable with something that's a little smaller, with maybe a pretty detail or some sparkle, whereas, you know, you couldn't get big enough for me.
Now with this white hat, that's a great one because that seems like that could be almost a Four Seasons hat.
Oh, for sure. This I call the Carmen Sandiego hat. Like, it reminds me of Carmen Sandiego from my childhood days. But it is a little thicker, so I think dead of summer I would not wear this unless I knew I would be having to take it off. But it's thick enough for the winter as well, and it's just fun. And at North Star they have a variety of colors. She's got red, she's got purple, black, and so that's what makes it so fun is all of these hats I brought, she has different colors in as well.
So the colors you're wearing today, I have to tell you, totally pop.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm noticing because if I were in, and this is why when you get your colors done with Rebecca, she really breaks it down so you won't have any questions when you go to the store or doubts. But if I were shopping and I saw that dress, initially I would probably think, oh, those are my colors. But they're not, because you and I are not the same
we don't
color
think so.
scheme. We don't
We're
think
not
so.
sure. We got to still get you in.
But it's just how one little shade difference of a hue can make all the difference in the world.
It really can. I joke with my clients, if you remember Devil Wears Prada, where they hold up the two different teal belts, and she's like, I don't know, they're just so different, right? And we're all like, they're not that different. But color can really be that way. And so if you think about red, you know, we'll see a cherry red versus a tomato red. And on a person's skin, that's going to interact very, very differently.
Right.
And so that's where having your colors done and having that fan really gives you an anchor point and a starting point that you can compare colors to, because the comparison is what lets you really see the colors well.
And the tips you've given us today, these are applicable for men as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so listen, here's the thing. As cute as y'all look in your hats, we never are going to have this chance for a while to have y'all on the set. So will you take your big floppy hat off for a second? All right, Finn, take your hat off so we can see how cute y'all are, even unadorned. Thank you for coming our way today. They're on their way to see a puppy in Nashville that's now part of their aunt's family. So have so much fun
Gonna go meet Marv.
with Marv, the Newfoundland puppy. And thanks for coming our way. And you can look your best all summer long and then through the seasons to come just by going to Rebecca at the House of Color. She can do it all. She can do a color analysis. She can help you with your clothing. What do you call that?
Closet cleanouts?
That's the one.
And style analysis.
And the style analysis. And then, as she's talking about, North Star Boutique is right there to let you go have fun once you're through with her. Thank y'all.
Ascension Living provides services and amenities to our residents.